didn't really matter to me if I played Hedda or I wasn't even thinking about it, because I think I'm so intrigued by every kind of interpretation of that part, because it's just like you can't get a grip of this woman and she will stay forever fascinating, I think, and I think we created her immensely fascinating. I mean, I loved it so much. And
but can you at least tell them that your Hedda had a band? Because I think that's so cool.
Hedda had a band. It was good. No, and I just was so surprised by the fact that Mia had this idea that Eilert could, because in the play, it's my part as a man. And I read it and I thought, oh my God, this is so interesting, because it means so much, the stakes are so much higher for a woman to enter this academic world, to be a writer, to know this is the only thing I can do, and I'm good at it, and there's just this barrier that I can't push through, and she goes for it, and then she's a lesbian. It couldn't be worse. Whatever. You know what I mean. You know what I mean. At the time, and now it's also not. Whatever. You know. Whatever. So, anyway, so it lots of obstacles. Let's call it that. It's not an easy path she has, and she lives it, and she embraces it, and she enjoys it, and I think she had an amazing bohemian, free, radical, challenging life with Hedda, but she didn't. Hedda kind of retreated and wouldn't want to live it with her, and that I think is the biggest pain for Eileen, and that's what you see. I think that's what she's struggling with from the get-go. The moment she sees her, she knows, I'm lost. I'm in the bear's den, and this is not going to go down well. But she found someone in. Let's say the difference is that everything is so much deeper that now that she's a woman. Because with Eilert Löfborg, it was much more of a game. Everything was a game. But I think now with Eileen, everything goes into the guts, you know. And I thought, wow. I was very surprised by it and intrigued, so that drew me to her. Thank you.
Imogen, your character Thea makes a big leap in following Eileen and loving Eileen. And she finds herself kind of in the middle of this power struggle that started before she even came on the scene. What do you think she learns about herself during this night and who Eileen really is?
Yeah, so much, and all across one evening, she really does a 180, and that was the joy of playing a character like that, because I think it was all activated in the scenes themselves, this person coming to their senses, and with characters as complex as Hedda and Lovborg and Eileen and her love for her and all of that, it's very, very confronting and immediate. She's sort of like this newborn baby. Like I was watching, that was the first time I'd seen it actually. I was blown away, and it was just really, it's interesting watching something, you play a role in the film, then you see it, and then you process it, and I can see that she's sort of learning to stand on her legs again after having it's kind of saved her own life in many ways. So it was really interesting to see how her character kind of comes of age, at any age, you know, with these very mercurial, unknowable women. Very cool.
I have questions for all of you, but I feel like we have to talk about the aesthetics and the gorgeous production and costume design of this film. You create this space of hedonistic abandon for all of this to unfold, and I have to ask what some of the challenges of realizing this world was.
Our production designer, Kara Brower, is here somewhere. She's her hands up. And she She did an incredible job, but this was really a labor of love between her and Nia and Sean Bobbitt, our incredible cinematographer, who's sadly not here. But we looked for this house. This house is all one actual house that exists in Flintham, which is like a tiny little town outside of Nottingham, 3 hours north of London. And we searched a million houses, and Nia and Kara went to 1,000 houses. Jeremy and I went to a bunch of houses, and a lot of very interesting owners own these houses, and convincing them to let us have
We had
it.
some strange encounters.
Yeah, really
before
fun.
we found the house.
These people are lovely, they're wonderful. But we ended up finding this incredible house, and Kara just brought it to life, and it doesn't look anything like what you see. It's like a very beautiful, stately home, and we've transformed it.
I might add, this happens to be a project that was affected by the strike. And I just want to shout out everybody who stuck with it. Our line producer, Michael Constable's here. The folks at Amazon and Orion, everybody stuck with the project, and we were able to reset it and reconstruct it and not let that affect our ability to make the film. And that was also a challenge that this film overcame.
Actually, also, yes, they're amazing. Thank you for coming, you guys. But also, the owners of the house let us keep our set dressing in place for the 3 or 4 months that we were stuck down.
What kind of parties do you think they had in it?
This is what I want to know. This is the thing. So one of the things that I found really fun about creating this is that it's like crazy hedonistic. However, I remember talking to historical experts and Stella, our amazing set deck. And I said, so tell me about cocaine in this time. And she literally goes, it would be on every surface. And I was like, oh my God, this is so lit. I was like, I didn't know they got down like that. So I really, and that also goes into the production design. You know, we wanted to be true to Hedda, and so Hedda is a modern woman. Salvador Dali was alive at the time. Like, she would have modern art. She would have, you know, the kind of, she'd be listening to jazz and, like, you know, avant-garde classical music. So that also goes into how we construct the house. You know, amazing set deck and cocaine.